Right. Yes! Woo, here we go. What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm at Revolution Bike Park in Wales. This bike park is next level. It fares really well in the wet weather because we've had so much rain here in the UK. It's got unbelievable freeride tracks. The Vision line, the 50-to-1 line, they're all ultimate jump tracks, and that's what today is going to be about, and that's why it's going to be so special. Because I'm on the Alpine Trail, which has had monumental suspension upgrades. It's there behind me. So I'm finally at a bike park that is going to push me and my bike to the limit. I'm going to get maximum potential out of that bike and that new suspension, and I can't wait just to feel it out. I've got this funky contraption on my chest, the gimbal, that makes unbelievable GoPro POV footage. So let's get into it, I honestly can't wait. Let's go, let's get up there. Red run. Whoa! Pile up! The wet roots! We're going to catch all of this out today. Oh, it feels so good on the little bumps. Okay, have we stopped to get into Vision line? I'm quite nervous, I haven't jumped this suspension yet. I reckon it might feel really different. Oh, a lot of wet roots. Yes, that's one. Oh, it feels good jumping. Oh, that was a bit bucky. I've not ridden this when it's this wet. Road gap. What a little case. Next road gap. Oh, I'm capable. Rolling slower than I remember. Yes, there we go. Step up. Oh, has that got way slower? I think all the pine needles make it roll slower.
Yeah, it does feel slow.
Yeah, look at that little single speed downhill bike. Oh, two of you. Three of you. What? What am I missing out on? That was rolling so slow. We need to hit that quicker next run. Back into the woods, into the slop. Yeah, Glenn. God, it's slick. I want to get a single speed downhill bike. Oh, to be honest, usually my feet come flying off the pedals through those steps, so this shot must be way more reactive because my feet are a lot more planted than normal. Blind, such blind step downs. Yes, boys. This has made a trail bike. This suspension has made it feel so much more like a downhill bike. Should be wearing gloves really. This bike is a brake bump machine now. Yes. Muddy. I'm so muddy from one run. Can you imagine what it's going to be like at the end of a full day riding all the tracks? Vision line is way slower than I remember. Like, there's all these pine needles all over the track. It's where I've got soft tyres, supple suspension, so I'm losing speed between the jumps. But I'm up for riding that again. There's another track called Ginger Bobcat, which Glenn's just said is going to be unreal. Like, if all of us get on a train down there, it's going to be savage because it's the slippiest, most hairy track by a landslide. Do you want to do 50-to-1 today? That would be the dream. 50-to-1 into Vision,
Ready McRed
into Ready McRedface, then out into the bottom here. Here we go. Yes. That's where the gear stick should be. That's where it is now. Here we go. Oh, can't ignore. That's right. These are funny old things, aren't they? Tinted lenses is not the one today. No good. Oh, these roots! You're right! Yes! Yes, dude, that was wild! Ginger Bobcat is next. The most slippy, rutted, slick experience. You're a race run! Look at the roots! Oh, the fork feels nuts! Oh, that was brave. Oh! You can't actually stop. Even if you had to stop, you couldn't. Oh! Oh! My bike feels the same taking off, which is really good. Feels like a trail bike. The bumps like that, 10 times better. And landing, it really ramps up, so I'm not bottoming out. Yo! There is 4 of us, it is a 4-cross race. Oh, you're always high-sided. Oh. What are you doing? You got a flat. That is a bad day when you get a front flat. This is the best riding I've done. And now, this is the goal. This is today's goal. 50 to 1 line, which is the biggest freeride jumps here, into vision line, which is the best freeride jumps here, and then whatever else is a bonus. Let's do it. Senders.
Fresh man in here.
This is the top of 50 to 1, which is pretty legendary. Not just here at Revolution, but in Wales, the UK. It's a proper pro line. But I think if you cut out just before the end, we can link into vision line. That will formulate and create the UK's best jump line, for sure. Because it's my 2 favourite jump lines in one line. Quite nervous.
Yeah, I always get your butterflies this thing.
Yeah, vision line felt slow earlier, so I'm worried I'm gonna case all of this stuff. Here we go. Got a sprint. Too sharp, Finn. Oh, it is running slow. I'm full speed. I'd usually be braking here. Oh, they've gone right. Yes! Why did you backflip that? What is he doing? Glenn just flipped the big one. Yes, Glenn. Yes, boy.
It was so under rotated.
Mate, you were pumping the stem to get that round. Glenn flipped the big one.
So I wasn't going to step off. Yeah, I came out.
Right then, chaps, vision line. The quest continues. The epic journey awaits. Nice little tech berm section with some roots. And now we're in. Smooth as you like. Yes. It actually works so good in the wet. Most bike parks are out of action now. Woo, here we go. That's better than the first run. Keep going! Keep going! There's more! Oh, one more to go! Yes! Dude! I've called that the UK's best freeride line before, because it is, and now we've linked the first and second best together.
Flow, man, isn't it?
We've just found the most ultimate track ever. Look how sick this place is.
So,
fair play for that, Glenn. Oh, they've gone right. Yes, Glenn! Yeah, bro. The only mistake I've made is bringing a tinted lens pair of goggles, but I've just stopped for lunch and I want to show you something. And that's this place. This just looks like the sickest, most ultimate playground for riding. It's like heaven. It's just an absolute dirt jump bowl, mini freeride zone. It's sick. This was a quarry. And Red Bull turned it into a riding spot by building this. The world's biggest dirt-to-dirt quarter pipe. It was called Quartermaster. That there is the top of a quarter pipe where the run-in, look at the run-in up that hill. Here's the roll in here, skip a jump, jump, then you got a split, 2 hips, and then I don't even understand any of this stuff. Let's go check it out. That's closed today because of the rain, but I'm gonna come here with a dirt jump bike and hit this if I'm allowed. I think it's heaven. I think it's possibly the most fun looking creative riding spot I've ever seen. It's not trails, it's not even dirt jumps, it's like a dirt bowl. Look how creative it all is. This is so cool. Mate. Echo! Right, honestly, can you imagine how many hours you could ride this place for with all the lines? There are hundreds of options. And it uses the edge of the quarry sick. Look, this is a bowl. Lips, like kind of spines going round it. God knows how you ride that. This makes a bit more sense, but it's still so creative. Hips everywhere, I love hips. Woburn is good, Woburn's creative, but not digger spec. This is digger spec. Uh-oh, what's that, a puncture or a crash? Never a good sign when a bike comes down the uplift.
Everything alright, mate? Yeah? Yeah, pop the motor. Put it back in.
Oh my word, he dislocated his thumb. Poor lad.
It depends what your thumb was in.
I popped my thumb out. What did you pop it out of? Glenn! What should we do?
That was a silly question. I think Ginger Bobby would be a nice warm.
What about Collins Corners or the other steep death one?
The main line, they've rebuilt the new jump line.
Race speed only. Go on, race speed only, go on lad. Look at that rock slab. I do not want to know who's behind me. Oh! Oh, this is treacherous! Sounds like a load of monkeys behind me. Oh, here we go, some Freshingtons. This is fun. Mega rollers. Yeah. This is amazing. This is now my 3rd favourite revs track. Cool. This is deep. Can you imagine just being out for a leisurely walk in the woods and we come past making all that noise on bikes? I'd watch your line, laugh my head off for 1 second at your line, and then I'd be in the same place because I'm following you, and then it's like, oh, here we go. I love that bit. Last feature again. Oh. Yes! You've got to work a coil a bit harder on jumps, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
That's taken some getting used to. I was saying these steps down here, my feet always get blown off. They never haven't until today. Me bike! This rampage all over! Today was so good. It's astonishing, really, how much fun you can have with bikes in the wet and the mud in Wales. It's so cool. And it was good for a few reasons. Firstly, the guys I was with, they're kind of the Burn crew, the Woburn lot. It's such a good crack with them. No one's competitive. Everyone just wants the best day ever, which means being that close to the person in front's back tyre and just screaming and shouting, because it is funny. Like when you ride in big trains, you might kind of watch this and think, why do they make so much noise? It's actually hilarious watching your best mate get out of shape on a trail or on a corner. It's quite funny. Secondly, that bike park, Revolution Bike Park, is something else. Like, I can't believe how well it stood up to a solid week of rain, like the worst weather. It's so good. I wouldn't recommend it if you're like an absolute beginner, but if you've done some jumps, corners, rough route stuff, and you want to get your teeth into something and challenge yourself, that's the place. And thirdly, the bike. Brink and Plush did me a real massive favour letting me run that suspension. It is just so responsive, so it irons everything out. You have to work a bit harder on jumps, like I said earlier. You don't just kind of like pop off a lip like an air shock. But if you know that, you put the extra effort in, and that's been Revolution Bike Park. Lincoln 50:1 with Vision was top notch, absolute pure class quality, and I'll be back. Thank you, you are legends. Thanks Brink, thanks Plush, thanks Revolution, and thanks everyone that was out there today in the mud. It was epic. Peace.